And Chris Ockley here at the 2013 NCAA Division I Indoor Track and Field Championships with Missouri State sophomore Althia Maximilien. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
I always run it through my head and don't know if it'll come out right. But the sophomore from Barbados, who qualified for outdoor nationals in the 400 last year and just snuck in this year with the 16th seed, I think, 53.06, and ran the prelims yesterday and finished, 13th. Tell me, I know you had a good, strong season and had some great times in the 2 and the 4. Tell me just about what the what mindset was coming in to the meet and what you were hoping to do yesterday.
Well, yesterday I was hoping to go under 53 seconds.
Yeah.
That didn't really go as planned. The race didn't really go as how I had it planned in my head, but overall I was really happy that I made the meet because, I mean, it's indoor season, only 16 got to go, so that was pretty exciting, and I was really, really happy that I made it.
Yeah. How did your race play out? Which I was running around and totally missed you. And what lane were you in? And
I was in lane 5 in heat 3.
Okay.
So it was a pretty good lane. I should have used my lane. So the first 200 was as planned, and then the third 100 was a bit tricky, but hopefully it all came down to me not really thinking that I was capable of doing it and actually executing it. But I guess that's all fair game, so that's fine.
And how did you finish in your heat? I'm trying to remember.
I was 3rd in my heat.
Okay, and improved on your seed as the 13th finisher overall. What do you like? You like this track? Obviously,
I love this track.
Do you?
Actually, yes, I really, really love this track. I like to take every single opportunity that I can to come and run at this track. I think something about it, I think, puts a little bit more confidence into you and get on track. You're like, okay, so the track is nice. The track feels nice. It feels really nice underneath your feet. So I think that pushes you to run even faster. I mean, whenever you have a great track, you always put it in your mentality. Well, this is what I'm here to do, so I'm going to do it. So I think that was really good, and I really enjoyed running on it.
What's your on a banked 200-meter track like this, where there's not a whole bunch of separation? Is that how you're planning to try to get out and try to get that pole position before everybody sprints to that inside lane? Yeah,
it's usually try to get to the break first, but if you don't get to the break first, I mean, there are a whole bunch of girls who are really, really fast. So you try to stay pretty close, or I try to stay really close, like in striking distance. If they're faster than you, they're faster than you. But you always put yourself in that position where if you're capable, if you're willing to do it, then you do it. So, and I think this is a pretty good track that allows you to do that.
Yeah. And what about the, obviously it's tough, having 4 or 5 women out there at a time and get pretty nasty and bumpy. And how do you do your best to avoid going down and taking a spill? And
well, I am not quite sure how you do that, but I did fall here last year at Last Chance meet in my 400. So I was really thinking not to let that happen again, and it didn't happen. So I guess somehow I figured it out. I mean, usually when I come off of my to go into every one lane, I try not to just instantly go in it to have a smooth transaction into it, because I think that kind of helps not to get all bumpy and crushing.
Sure.
Yeah, but it helps. And I mean, when you're going around the curve, there are 2 lanes that you can, the whole track is open, so I try to stay at least a little bit onto the second lane, so that would help me out a little bit.
Right. I'm guessing it's probably just your 2nd year of indoor track with the warm weather and the Caribbean. You probably don't have to do much of that. Have you ever had to use those elbows? Have you ever experienced any roughness with the ladies in your races?
I've experienced it, but I've never had to use them. Coach says I have to learn how to use them, so I'm gonna try. But I'm not one who likes to fight with my elbows.
Sure.
I'm not like that. But if I have to, I guess I'll have to learn how to get it done at some point in time.
Yeah. And obviously, you and teammate Kim Sue Grant both qualified for outdoors last year, and she was in position to qualify in the long and triple, and that last weekend just got passed by a bunch of people. But are you excited for the outdoor season? I know you guys have a good,
really
strong.
Excited for the outdoor season. I'm hoping more than one of us show up for that, and Kim makes it outdoors, and another couple of our girls make it outdoors, because it'll be really exciting to have the girls around, because it's really tough when you come here. You're only sole person for your team. To run, it's nerve-wracking. Indoor is nerve-wracking. So it would be really good if I have my other teammates who are competing around me. That will help me a lot, I think. So I'm looking forward to it.
Do you know where conference is? Where the Missouri Valley? Is that at SIU?
No, outdoors. No, it's at Drake.
Drake. Okay. Oh, another nice, great
nice
place to run that you've run on. So, and then hopefully that hopefully you'll make it to outdoor nationals and get to
Yes.
experience the Hayward Field. Have you heard anything about the great track at Oregon or
No,
at all?
but I am definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. So I'm crossing my fingers. I'm going to do my best during training to make sure that I make it there.
Yeah. Well, you obviously had a good time at the Barbados trials and won the 200 and did meet the qualifying.
400.
Won the 400. I'm sorry. Didn't get that qualifying standard for the Olympics. But tell me what it was like just watching the Olympics and seeing that.
It was really exciting. I mean, you sit back and you're like, well, I really want to be there
Right.
at some point in time. So, I mean, watching it this year, I was like, well, if I want to be there, then means I have to like set my goals and do everything in my power to make it there for the next 4 years. So I'm like really concentrated now on what I do, how I train, the reasons behind why I'm training, to make sure that I maintain my focus, make sure I maintain my passion for it.
Yeah.
And hopefully by the end of the 4 years, I'll be there and I'll be really, really excited. I mean, the year so far has started out pretty good. I mean, I started with injury, but it clearly did not really faze me. So I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to the next 3 years that we have to train with Coach Boyce until I get there.
Sure.
I'm really excited about it. So.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the time and congratulations on the great season and getting here and 13th in the country. That's pretty impressive. And
Yes, it is.
keep it up and good luck outdoors.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks.